exhausting, man. Guess what? I just wanna go home.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I really do appreciate every single one of you. Let me pause this because it's going to start playing more songs. But hello. Welcome in. How's everyone doing today? I do not have much time. I'm sorry. I really don't have much time. This was like pre-scheduled because if you guys don't know, on YouTube, you have to pre-schedule a stream. Like you can't just go live immediately. Like you have to schedule it and then go live at the time that it's scheduled. And so I had this like pre-scheduled and everything, but my grandma's actually here as well as like the rest of my family, and it's my brother's last day, and so we're supposed to be having like another dinner, even though we usually just do dinners on Thursdays. So again, a little bit hectic, but it's okay. So we're gonna hang out for 45 minutes to an hour. We're just gonna check some stuff out, so I'm not gonna spend as much time just like chatting with you guys at the beginning like I usually do, because we don't have much time. But hello everyone, thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate every single one of you. I'm glad you guys were vibing, listening to Home, which is my personal favorite BTS song. But yes, I hope everyone's doing good. We have some things to watch today that we need to get through. So let's start off by I think it was Wildflower is the first one I wanted to look at, right? I think that's what we talked about yesterday, is checking out Wildflower, and then I wanted to check out another song from RM's album. I think it was I'm forgetting the name. The one with Anderson .Paak. What's the name of that one? Yeah, Wildflower has the music video, so definitely want to check that out. But yes, thank you. I know I usually like shout out everyone, but there's already a lot of you here, and again, I don't have much time, so I'm sorry. Still life. Yes. Okay. And then I know Emil wanted us to check out Astronaut, because I've seen the music video for Astronaut. I've listened to it, but I've listened to it on my own. I haven't done it for you guys. So I want to do that for you guys. So we got a couple things to get through, so I'm probably not going to talk as much as I usually do, just so that way we can get through everyone. But yes, hello everyone. Welcome in. Thanks so much. Let's start off with Wildflower. I think I have everything set up appropriately. Yeah, okay. We should be good. Once again, let me know if the audio needs adjusting, and I will adjust it, but, you know, we should be good. Yes, Astronaut Live for Jin's birthday. Yes. That's what we'll be doing as well. Okay. No, it's not that screen. It is the reaction screen. Have you watched live performance of Astronaut? If you have watched music video already, yeah, we're gonna do the live performance because I've already seen like the music video, and if you want me to do it like as a video, then I can do that. But all I know is that I'm kind of hyped right now. But the problem is I know Wildflower is supposed to be emotional, and Astronaut for sure is emotional. So we'll see how this goes. But all right, strap in, get ready, let's go. Gonna be emotional again. Yep. Hopefully you guys brought tissues. We're having a BTS weekend because RM has been dropping some new stuff, and I really wanted to check it out. So we're just watching some music videos, and I'll give like a more condensed version of my reaction to them, since I'm really strapped on time and I have a lot that I do want to get through. And you guys know me, I tend to be long-winded when I speak and talk to you guys, so I just really like talking to you guys. So we're just gonna listen to a couple of them. I'll give like a mini reaction basically, and yeah, we'll be good. Does this not have like official? No. Yeah, okay. It does. It was just for some reason went to Korean, even though I always have it on English.
그저 화려하게 지고 싶은 날 시작의 전부터 나 상상했었지 그때 웃으며 박수 쳐줄 수 있게 나 소원했어 나 믿었던 게 다 멀어지던 때 이 모든 명예가 이제 멍해가 됐을 때 이 욕심을 제발 걷어가소서 어떤 일이 있어도 오늘을 나로 하게 하소서 Oh every day and every night Persistent pain and criminal mind 내 심장 소리에 잠 못 들던 밤 창밖에 걸은 청승마 진초승달 I do wish me a lovely night 내 분수보다 비대해질 life 저기 날아오르는 풍선을 내스치고 다져 물어 대체 지금 어때 Where you go where'd you show you where'd you
Okay, before we get, because I assume that's the chorus, really quick, I just want to say visuals 10 out of 10 to be expected from one of the members of BTS. And another thing, I talked about this yesterday. If you guys weren't at the live yesterday, we did the RM's like Tiny Desk concert that he just did. And welcome in, Mel. Thank you so much for being here. We got you. So one of the things that I talked about yesterday was RM's lyricism, when it comes to his lyricism, one of the things that I noticed that is really prevalent in RM's songs and in his lyrics is the imagery that he uses and like the metaphors, right? Like, because RM, when he says certain things, he doesn't just say them like directly. Like it's hardly ever like a direct way to say it. He usually uses some type of metaphor or imagery to say it, and I really really like that because it not only does it come off as more lyrical, but it's much more beautiful, and it feels more like just straight up poetry than just like straight up rap, you know. Welcome in, Bindolin. Thank you guys so much for being here. Okay, so for example, like this, desperately holding on to a balloon drifting by, that is a way more beautiful way of saying like, oh, I'm just holding on to like a feeling, or like I'm holding on to like this memory or something. You know what I mean? Because like you can say it very directly and people will understand what you're saying. But when you put it like this, to me, it makes it come off much more deep, and I feel like it helps you visualize like exactly what he means and the emotion behind it. And he is a poet, yeah, 100%. And so to me, I've always really appreciated that about RM, and that's something that if I ever get better at rapping and writing lyrics, that I want to be able to implement as well. I don't think I'd ever get to this level just because he's been doing it for 15 years and I haven't. But I think that just like learning from the people that you look up to for your own creative craft is super important. So I really do love this. Modern day poet, 100%. King of Metaphor, yes, 100%.
Where you go? Where you show you where you 내 마지막일까 전부 진결이 나 하나 열까지 다 이지그치 끝한 가면은 언제 벗겨질까 예민우 히로 민우 빌런 아무것도 아닌 나 회전은 반복돼 기억들은 난폭해 난 눈물을 판 속에 시선을 던져 하루에 뭘 원했었던 건지 이제 기억이 안 나 얻었다 믿었던 모든 행복은 교차했나 No matter what's wrong 그게 뭐가 됐건 새벽의 호흡 자락을 붙잡고 뭔가 소해내던 기억 목소리만 큰 자들의 사회 난 여전히 침묵을 말해 이건 방패와 시간 독담에 모두 오해 편견들의 타겟 반갑잖아 너의 행가래 내 두 발이 여기 땅 위에 이름도 없는 꽃들과 함께 다시 별에 가시고 소확해 발밑으로 와주시고 목적 없는 목적지로 슬픈 줄도 모르고 그림자와 저 신기로 하루도
The imagery just keeps getting better and better. I love the visuals so much. Like the visuals in this music video are so aesthetically pleasing to watch. I love that. And then to perfectly complement like the singing and the song itself, it all just comes together to make like a really complete package, and I just super appreciate it. Also, Alex said someone said she sings like she's jumping off a cliff, and I felt that. It does kind of sound like that because of like the long drawn out words and like the flower work, for example. I'm not going to do it because I'm not very good at singing, but I 100% agree with that, and not like in a bad way. I think that it's really good because it does give like another layer to it, because the lyrics are very deep, right? And a lot of the things that he's talking about is a lot more serious, I would say, right? And when you have like all these different pieces working individually and then they come together, you get like a really beautiful package, like a complete package, right? Between the music video, between the lyrics, the rapping, the singing, and everything. So I absolutely love this. I think it's truly amazing. It's just an amazing piece of work from RM, which I would expect nothing less, honestly, but still, he impresses me every time. I just, you know, it's fantastic. I mean, there's not much you can really say about that. There's so much emotion, like raw emotion in the song. And on top of all of that, I am like a sucker for RM singing. So even if he's doing like melodic rap type singing, I absolutely love it because I think he sounds great. You know what I mean? I know that he's primarily known as a rapper, but whenever we get to hear RM do a little bit more melodic rapping or singing, even, I just feel like it's a special treat that anyone can appreciate.
원래 내 것은 아무것도 없었지. And who tell me like gotta be a someone. 난 절대 그들처럼 될 수 없음네. 흐르는 시작은 여태껏 날 지켜온 단 하나의 힘과 철. 타는 불꽃에서 들꽃으로 손에 내서 영원으로 나의 광야가 드는 나무를 언젠가 나 되돌아가래. 저 하늘을 흩어질래. Like a flower, 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 눈부시게. Like a flower, flower, flower,
So good. Like, oh my god, so much growth, so much. Yeah, 100%. Fantastic. And we heard a little bit about like his inspiration, and not only his inspiration, but I'll switch really quick if I'm talking. But we heard a little bit about like his no, I think we could say that, like, inspiration and his ideas behind like the whole Indigo album and some of the songs, and having like each song represent like a color and like the mood and the theme and everything like going together, which I think is a fantastic idea for an album. So, I mean, I don't know what y'all expected, but I know what I expected. Another banger from RM. I mean, that was just beautiful, and it's very deep too. I'm not gonna act like I know the exact like message behind the song. I feel like, especially when it comes to RM, it's something where you have to listen to his like individual songs multiple times to fully get like the meaning and everything out of it. But it's just a beautiful piece all around. I mean, like like what could you say about that other than it's just a beautiful masterpiece, Okay. That was fantastic. Then leaves you wanting more. The music progression is unresolved, which I love. There's always more to come. I 100% agree. One of the things that you learn as a content creator, and that a lot of bigger content creators will talk about and tell you, is that you always want to leave your audience wanting more. Like if your audience gets to the end of a video, a live stream, whatever piece of content you're making, if at the end they're saying things like, "Oh man, I wish it was longer," or "Oh man, it makes me want more," that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because you want your audience to constantly want more from you, so that way they keep coming back, right? And that means that they enjoyed whatever you created so much that they wish that there was more of it. So then they go watch more videos, or they go consume more of your content. So, it's a really good strategy, but also it's a testament to how good the piece of the content that you've created really is. Just here to see your face, to be honest. I appreciate that. Thank you. Took him 4 years to make this album, and it was worth every second. I 100% agree. I do 100% agree that, like, when you really take your time, especially when it comes to something that's like as important to you as like his first debut solo album is, I feel like taking your time on it and getting it to like exactly where you want to be is super important, and you really can't rush creative genius. My brother actually asked me, because he heard me working on music earlier. I was working on music earlier, and he asked me, he was like, "So what's your plan? Are you gonna like drop an album or like an EP or something?" And I was like, honestly, like, I don't have any plans to drop like an album. I feel like for me, if I was going to officially drop like an official album, it would be something that I did like way later down the road where I got to a point where I felt like really, really good in terms of music making. And on top of that, also like I had a completely hashed out idea for like what I want like the album to be, what would be the theme of the album and everything. So if anything, like yeah, I could see myself dropping a few EPs and stuff, but mainly when I'm working on music now, it's just to create and practice to get better at like making music and stuff. So that's kind of like, you know, my thing. The I'll Return Someday made me sob so hard. Yo. RM is, I mean, the man's got a silver tongue like no other. He's got a way with words. Okay, so we need Still. Is it Still Life? Still Life. Don't use Jaguchi because they don't know how to make good lyric videos. Let me switch this one up so that way you guys can see. I like your explicit songs. Why, thank you. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. I have a very interesting relationship with my own music and the type of music that I make because I've always wanted to try my hand at making like deeper type songs, but the problem is the majority of music that I listen to is very much more like upbeat and like happy and kind of like club type music. And so when I go to make music, that's always is kind of like the category that I fall into. And that's what's like most natural for me. And so like trying to practice and like get outside of your comfort zone is something that I want to do more. But because I'm so out of practice right now with like actually just sitting down and making music and writing lyrics, I'm like currently existing within my comfort zone. And then once I feel like I get really good at that, I want to like branch out more and like try different things, you know? Will Ziah be up for replay? I have to leave for a little bit. I only get to see half your reaction for Wildflower. Yes, it'll be up for replay. It will be in the live section because YouTube actually updated. So if you go to our channel, then you click on live, like in like the little sections now, because they separate videos, shorts, and live, which is really good. Then you can see it there. Okay, I need to switch this because I need your guys' opinion. So there's this one that was posted 1 day ago, and it's like newer, doesn't have very many views, but it's a lyric video. There's just the audio. I know that this is like this is Jaguchi, and if I remember correctly, they're like not very good. Like you should avoid them. I think that's what we've been told is you should avoid them if you can, because like they don't do a very good job when it comes to like the translations. So I don't know. Like it's up to you guys on which one, because obviously it doesn't have like an official music video. So, you know. Remember to like the live if you haven't. Yes, listen to Mello. She is an incredibly smart individual. And yes, if you haven't liked this live stream already, I would really appreciate it. It helps out a ton if you would just click the like button. It takes like 2 seconds. And once again, I appreciate it. Still Life lyrics in English are on Genius too. Maybe if I put like lyrics. Do I have to put Genius? Thanks so much, Ziah. Yeah. Did you listen to Forgetful 2? I have not. The only things that I've heard off of his album is what you guys have seen, which is the Tiny Desk concert that he just did, and then the one we just listened to. I wanted to save my like first listens to be able to do it with you guys is like my plan with that. Just because I was so excited about this album. And you know, that's usually how my approach is when it comes to like music reactions and like videos and live streams like that. So, which one? Because I don't know if we have like great options, but there's a couple here. I just know that you should probably try to. Genius is a website that has the lyrics. Thing is, I'm strapped on time, so I don't want to really go back and forth because then we might not get through everything we want to today. So I'm hoping we could just make this like easy and simple, so that way I can just, you know, we can just watch through it. The lyrics will be there, and then we can discuss it. Won't be able to hear a song. Yeah, because then I'd have to go back and forth to like open it up, and you know what I mean. Like I don't want to. Butter, is that you? Just do anyone. Okay. All right. Well, fuck it. We'll just do the first one. It can't be that bad. It can't. Well, we'll see. All right. Still Life. Because I think he did this one, but he and obviously Anderson .Paak wasn't there for the Tiny Desk concert, so I'm curious to see like hear the full song and hear his side and everything. So I'm really excited for this one. Remember the Better Butter. That's gonna forever live rent free in people's head.
I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Yo, what? Oh, yeah. I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Okay, let's go. Now still alive, but I'm moving. Just live now, going forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. 또 비워 나의 꽃을. Give me no name, cause I'm untitled. 계속 전시되는 내 삶. Yeah, 그래도 삶. 아직도 삶 학원 가버렸고 미래는 모르네 두 갈래 길에서 숨 고르네 벗어나고 싶어 이 캠퍼스의 틀 어제와 내일이 내게 들인 그늘 난 그저 담담하게 live earth time 24/7 yeah baby I'm on time 난 그저 오늘을 살아 1분 1초마저 가진 처음을 다 걸어보시 no I'm still alive Y'all can lock me in the frame I'm moving Yeah I'm still alive Life is better than the death But I'm moving, just live now, don't forward yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물 또 비워 나의 꽃을 I'm still alive, but I'm moving, just live now, don't forward yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물 Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it now
Ooh. So I know I've heard this, right? Because we heard it in the Tiny Desk yesterday. But I love this song, and I talked about it yesterday. I love this song because, like, when I describe like my favorite type of music and like the music I usually end up listening to, this is like a perfect representation of that. It's just like upbeat, very catchy, and you can just sit there and like bob your head to it, and you know. And someone said like it kind of sounds like a driving song. Yeah, like I think that's a really Higgins said that. It's a perfect way to describe it because you can just put this on and just like vibe, you know, and you can just like drive and you just like vibe it and you're just feeling good, right? I love feel good music because I like to feel good. I think most people probably like to feel good, and so this type of song is like right up my alley, and I love it. It's just very like, you know, happy, and it has a good message in it too. I don't remember word from word, so verbatim, what RM said about this, because he actually did give us a description of like what the song was about in the Tiny Desk concert, which I'm sure most of you have seen. But the overall message of the song and where he got the inspiration from of seeing like the all these like still life, basically like images and paintings when he went to like a museum and like translating that into like a song. I love that idea. Because not only does it show you that you can really draw inspiration from anywhere, like any part of life, doesn't matter where it is. Like you don't have to have like this big aha moment. Like you could just be at a random museum and see the title of a painting called Still Life, and like from that one little moment that seems seemingly insignificant, like you get a fantastic song out of it. And to me, that is an incredible message. And I know it's not the full message of the song, but just like as like a side message of the song, I think that's just really beautiful. So, you know, I don't know. I just think it's like fantastic. I just love the whole album. Is very diverse in the genre. Like it keeps people engaged. Yeah. I love his description of enjoying still life art that is still enjoyed today, even though the artist has died, and depending on the work itself being still viewed today and loved. Yeah, 100%. Like when he was talking about that yesterday, I 100% agree with you. I think that like it's such a beautiful way to look at things, really, which, you know, is awesome.
Forward, yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물 Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it now Earth day's my day one, brother Baby, 난 돈으로 시간을 벌어 걔네 조롱은 듣지만 닉픽 버려 꼭 벌어지듯 온라인에 목숨 걸어 Trendsetter, I'm a friend better 시상해질 정도의 going getter 결국 네가 원하는 대로는 되지 않았지 바른 거 달리 너무 잘 살아내네 내 뜻대로 Living in 한남대로 웃기만 탄탄대로 칼리리어서 이제 강남대로 월세는 너 빨리 당장 밥 빼고 What a perfect song, look at your chain
So I talked about it yesterday. This one right here, what a poor flex, hun. Look at your chain. Me rather do it like look at my stain. I absolutely love that. I like absolutely love that. That was one of my favorite bars, like RM bars, like in general. And it seems like really simple, but I love the idea of it, right? I love the idea of like him basically calling like, you know, like anybody out who's just like who only really cares about flexing or like clout chasing and stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, but like I got like this nice chain on, you know what I mean? Like I got a nice chain, so you know that gives me value, like that adds to my worth. When really it fucking doesn't, honestly. Like no one cares that you're flexing, right? And most of the time it's idiotic to wear like a super expensive chain because that's how you get robbed and murdered. I mean, we see it all the time here in America, for example. As horrible as it is, but you know that's the truth. Like people are always looking to like come up on people and like steal their chains and stuff. So honestly, it's pretty idiotic as of in itself. But I also love that he's like look at my stain. Like, you know, like you're sitting there and you have to like flex and like keep up with the Joneses, if you're familiar with that term, and like do all these things. But he's like, I'm just putting my head down. I'm working hard. I'm taking care of my business. I'm doing what I need to do. And like that in and of itself is like a flex enough, right? But it's like being humble about it. Like you don't have to like prove to anyone or show the world like, hey, like this is what I'm about, or oh, look how successful I am because I have like a 100K chain on. You know, it's like, nah, like my proof is in all the hard work that I put in. And that to me speaks volumes about not only him as a person, but just like to anybody, because you can really like look at this line and like absorb it for yourself and be like, you know what, you're right. Like I don't need to have like a Maserati outside or a nice flashy car or anything like that. As long as I'm taking care of my business now, it's like I'm handling my business and I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm putting in that hard work each and every day, then that should be like good enough to be like, you know what, like that I have value in this world. Like I can feel like that appreciation, and other people should be able to look at that and like appreciate that as well, because you know it's like the proof is in your hard work rather than the proof is in like the car you drive or the house you live in, you know. And the fact that this thing is a type of art, so it's actually double meaning. Yeah, exactly. Like it's so ingenious. It's so ingenious. Yeah, they're $3 chain. Yeah, exactly. Mono's experience start to finish. I'm not surprised this will be the same. Reminds me of listening to a Tool album. I do want to take some time to listen to both albums from beginning to end in order. I just think that would be an amazing experience. So I do, when my schedule's not as busy, I want to find time to do that.
Living in 한남대로 look at my 탄탄대로 갈일이어서 이제 강남대로 월세는 너 빨리 당장 방 빼고 what a perfect on your chain me better do it like look at my stain 오늘은 살아 잡초처럼 그냥 화초처럼 but I never stay. Oh shit. Hey, Pop.
Put it on in zone out. I will, Mel. I will.
Shit happens in life, but you know what happens is what happens.
Hey, it's gonna be what's gonna be, bro. You just gotta do your thing.
Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, come on. I'm still out. Y'all can lock me in the frame. I'm moving. Yeah, I'm still out. Life is better than the devil proving. Yeah, I'm still out.
But I'm moving, just lit now, go forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. 도끼와 나의 culture. I'm still out. But I'm moving, just lit now, go forward. Yeah, 멈추지 않은 정물. Yo, I never stop, baby, let's get it now.
I just love it. It's such a good song. And Anderson .Paak is known for making like these type of like feel good, very vibey songs, right? And so I think that him being on this was literally like the most perfect decision ever. Like I can't think of anyone who would have been a better feature than Anderson .Paak on this particular song. It's just fantastic. I took it as, look at the mark I've made, the color I've left behind. Yeah, I agree with that. I think that that's a great way to look at it, because it's similar to what I was saying, right? Where it's like my hard work, right? So it's like the mark that he has made on society, on our culture and everything is a direct result of the hard work that he has put in, right? Like he doesn't need to show it through like a chain. You can just look at his discography. You can look at the impact that he's had on literally millions, if not billions of people through his work and through his creative process, and be like, yeah, that's the mark that he's left. Like, you know, what have you really done? You know what I mean? And not like you specifically, but like the person who's just all about clout chasing and flexing. It's like, well, you have a cool chain, so what? You know what I mean? Like, it's pathetic. Color code lyrics, video equals bangs. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know how accurate this was. The only reason why I say we usually stay away from Jaguchi is because, like, we did a Jaguchi video, like, as like a video reaction, like, probably over a year ago, and we got roasted. Like, so many people in the comment section was like, don't use them, their lyrics are not accurate, and like like people were upset in that video. So now I'm like super hesitant to use them because people are always like, don't use Jaguchi, they don't translate them correctly, and you know, people get super passionate. So I'm like, all right, my bad, shit, I didn't know. Okay, I'm making decent time actually. So we have I want to do one more song from the album, and then I want to do Jin's Astronaut, the live performance. We'll just end it on Jin's Astronaut, the live performance, and then that should be good. Should be able to wrap it up. So, what do you guys recommend from our last for today? Tomorrow we'll be doing more BTS. We can look at more of the songs tomorrow from RM's new album and stuff. But just for today, what RM song should be the last one? Yes. Change Part 2. Sounds good. What's after Still Life? Closer. All Day. Closer. Hectic. Lonely. Closer. I want to say Change Part 2 because it's my fave, but I think you'll dig Closer. All right, that's a lot of votes for Closer. Closer. Okay. It looks like Closer is the most resounding one. All right. Well, Jaguchi, today you are getting love from me, even though you shouldn't be. Yeah, people are saying Closer. Okay. I'm sure part of the reason why you guys are saying this is because you're saying it's kind of my vibe, right? So you think I appreciate it more. So yeah, I'm down for this. All right. Let's just get right into it. Ooh, it's got some features on it too. Okay.
I get a feeling sometimes that I can't get close enough to you. I feel it most in the nighttime, even though that's when I'm closest to you. If I could be under your skin, closer than we've ever been. We'd be closer than we've ever been.
I feel it most of the nighttime, yeah. Me never on your timeline, yeah. See you always in the limelight, keep me rolling in the deep, yeah. Not a taste, no joke, I don't mean it. Don't cease, baby, don't. Why you floating? Wanna lock you up on my side, but you run away like fish, yeah. I keep you right next to me, only just in my dream. I see you in right the grind. Don't wake me up from sleep. I think I'm losing the grip. Everything, all the pain. Why you showed up in my life like this? You sudden, oh God, no.
I get a feeling sometimes that I can't get close enough to you. I feel it most
I like
in
her
the
voice.
nighttime, even though that's when I'm closest to you. If I could be under your skin, closer than we've ever been. We'd be closer than we've ever been.
Come all out of young in front of black, baby. Say the time, don't wait for nobody. Oh, I bet you thought, baby. But the time gon' stop when you and I make our lips lock, baby.
Okay.
And once again, you made me misplace my pride, baby. Oh, that's me. Promise myself never. But you got me doing the same thing all over again. And I could body the diddy-diddy-bop, diddy-bop.
Ooh, I like that.
I'll show you how I get down, baby girl. Come on and
All right, Paul Blanco's voice. I don't think I've ever heard him. Voice is amazing. That was fire. I'm not gonna lie. Like, so far this has all been fire. I love the woman singing voice, Paul Blanco's voice. Like that was just fire. And then RM was, of course, as true RM nature, was spitting some bars. And you're right. I do love the vibe for this. You know, this is right up my alley. I do appreciate it. So good looking out, chat.
baby girl, come on and
Please leave your message after the beep.
If love ain't for us,
Ooh, okay, switch up.
이걸로만 좋아할게. I don't need your touch.
I agree, Jenna. I 100% agree.
Yeah. If that's all we can do, yeah, just looking at you. There's gonna be no day to stay where you are. If that's all we can do, yeah, just looking at you. There's gonna be no day to stay where you are. 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 Stay where you are.
Yeah. That was such a good song. It was such a vibe too. Yeah, I did really like that. That was just fantastic. I mean, and you know, we've talked about this before. Oh, it's home. Look, let's play it. We've talked about this before, but whenever you have a feature, right? Whenever you are going to be a feature on an artist's song, it is your duty, your responsibility, if you will, to add to the song. Like whatever you're bringing to the table has to add to the overall theme and vibe of the song. You never want to take away. And sometimes that does happen where songs actually become worse because of the feature, or they take away from it, or they just take it in a different direction that doesn't really fit with like the creative theme of the song. This was not one of those cases. Paul Blanco, and I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm not going to try because I don't want to be disrespectful, but all three of these artists understood the assignment. Like they knew exactly the theme that they want to go for on this song, and they all just like did it, and they did it well. And I really, really, really appreciate that because it is really, really disappointing when you have someone feature on a song and they don't add to the song, they actually take away from it, or you like when it's like, oh, like that wasn't really my favorite part, or oh, I didn't really like that part, or people like skip over that part. You know, I'm sure you have at least one song that can come to your head when that happens, and that's just unfortunate. So like I love that because once again it's all these individual like parts, they all come together, and on their own they're already fantastic, but then they all come together and they create something that like you could truly consider a masterpiece, and I absolutely do love that. The fact that so many big name artists were down speaks volumes. Oh, 100%. Him on featuring Ziah is okay. On is a perfect example. Yes. On is a perfect example. Okay. All right. So now we gotta do the Jin Astronaut live performance. Astronaut live. With Coldplay, right? It's this one, I'm assuming, the one that's on Bang 10 TV. Wish the song would be played on the radio. Yeah, the problem with if you, I don't know where you live, but if you live in America, for example, like you're not gonna hear a lot of foreign music played on the radio unless it's like the BTS songs that were specifically created, like all English, you know, for Western audiences. Otherwise, you have a really low chance, which is quite unfortunate. I think that we should always strive to be more inclusive when it comes to music coming out of other countries, right? Because there's fantastic artists all over the world, not just the country that you reside in, and I think that we should be more open to that. June did a great job on picking the features. Each one was great, and they flowed so well with June. Yeah, I agree. It's one that connects Chris' speech to the performance, but it's in a separate video. Oh, okay. That's what you guys are saying. All right. So, should I do this one then, because this has introduction? That's what it says with a lovely introduction by Chris. Is that the speech that you guys are talking about? Because it's a little bit longer, so I assume that it has it included. Yeah, it has the English subs and everything. Because I want to get them together if we can. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, yeah, we'll do that then. Because I do want to hear the speech as well. Make sure it's 1080p. Subtitles are on English. Okay, we're good. All right, let's go.
A few years ago, I felt like we had to play a certain kind of music all the time. We had to fit into a box. And I felt that way about my life also. And I met some good people and read some good books and met some great teachers. and they seemed to be happy. And the thing that made them happy was not having fear of what you don't know and people you don't understand yet. You just ask. And one way that really blessed my life and our life as a band is that about 2 years ago, someone suggested to us that we should work with a Korean boy band. Full of judgment, which is often my first reaction because I'm human. And after a while I was like, why do I feel scared about this? Just because they're different, you know? They make different music. And so we went down this road and we did a song together called My Universe.
Which is still, I think, one of the greatest songs ever released of all time. My Universe is an absolutely beautiful, perfect display of raw musical talent and emotion. But, you know, that's just my opinion.
And it's turned out to be one of the most fun and fulfilling relationships that we have as a band, and it's taught us so much about just embrace the other rather than be scared of it. And so about 6 months ago, one of their members called me up and he said, I have to leave the band in December for 2 years and join the army in Korea because that's the rules there. And he said, I need a song that says goodbye to everybody
Still
for
sucks.
a little while and tells them that I love them because like all bands we need you. It's you that really does everything. It's you that is the magic. And so I said, okay, we'll do a song together, and instead of being worried about it, I feel so excited about it and so grateful for this relationship that we have with BTS.
I know, My Universe does not feel like it's been that long.
And then this song arrived, and I was like, this is one of our best songs. Let's give it to this gentleman. And he's flown all the way here from Korea. And this is the last time we'll see him for a couple of years. He has to go join the army, which is serious stuff, and we hope it goes okay.
Yes,
But
pray for
please,
Jin.
give the biggest and most wonderful welcome to our brother from our band of brothers. This is the astronaut, and this is Jin. Let's go.
Okay, before we get into it, I just want to say what an absolutely beautiful and inspiring speech. You know, like, hard agree, chat? Hard agree? Thumbs up if you agree. I think that he really, just within a short couple of minutes, said so much, right? And his words hold so much weight, not only just because he was able to describe, like, you know, what's going on with Jin. And again, I'm really praying for Jin because, like, military service is serious stuff. But also the message there of, like, not only do you need your fans, which, you know, I need you guys, turns out. No, it's crazy, but I do, because, like, without you, I'm absolutely nothing, right? Like, it's kind of just how it works. But also the fact that, like, the deeper message and the real message there, where it's like, in order to be happy, like, you shouldn't live in fear of the unknown. And that's where the most common fear comes from, is fear of the unknown, right? Like, and that's where a lot of our issues have, like fear of the unknown has its issues rooted in things like racism and, you know, all different types of issues like that. And, like, all these wars that have, like, happened and stuff, and, like, not liking things or not accepting things just because they're different, just because you don't understand them, right? And I love his message of just being like, you know, like, I was like a little, I had, like, my own biases or my own judgments at first, but then I put that to the side, and then they created My Universe, which, again, to me is one of the best songs ever created of all time, especially the meaning and the message behind My Universe, because that completely encapsulates that whole idea. And really, I just love that message, because if I've always been someone who's preached that the minute that the majority of people in the world start focusing on the things that brings them together instead of the things that separates them, is the minute that the world truly will and does become a better place for everyone in it. So I love the message. I mean, come on, come on. Chris Martin, yeah, he's just a good human. Like, you can't go wrong with that. Like, that right there is 100% a fantastic message. So much respect. I just, you know, it was beautiful and one of the most genuine people BTS has ever collabed with. Yeah, I agree. Coldplay and BTS is genuine love. Yep. I saw this in theater on my husband's birthday. What? Oh, that's so cool. The more we engage with people who are different from us, the more the world becomes a better place. Yes, 100% agree. Like literally, yeah, 100% agree. Like there's no other way to put it. It's just a simple fact. You know, you have to expand your knowledge. You should go out there and experience other cultures and not be afraid of the things that are different, but seek to understand and seek to appreciate other people's individuality and their culture, even if it's different from you, even if it's like different from what you're used to, because there's beauty in that. There's beauty in every single piece of culture on this planet, all these different countries, all these different worlds, so to speak, that people live in and reside in. Like there's so much beauty to be found in there, and you just have to go out and search it for yourself. You know, don't keep yourself confined to this little tiny bubble. Expand your horizons, and you will truly live a better life for it.
And this is Jin. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go play. Yeah, I mean, Chris Martin's great. Seek discomfort, yes. 100%. Hey, there's the boy. Mr. Worldwide.
적지 없이 흘러가는 저 소행성처럼 나도 그저 떠내려가고 있었어. 어둠 속에 젖은 나의 모든 dream, 새롭게 시작될 story. With you, there is no
Did we get blocked? No. Call Susan. Yeah, Susan. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stop blocking my live streams. You know what I mean? I just like, look, we've been over this, okay? I'm not stealing content. I'm just trying to get the people what they want. Yeah. Oh, I ain't shit. That's crazy. That's crazy. I think that you coming on and blocking live streams when people are just trying to enjoy a beautiful piece of art together, that makes you not shit. But you know, that's crazy. Okay, all right. So I just got off the phone with Susan. She's unwavering in her ways, as it turns out. Susan, this is clearly derivative work. Unwavering in her ways. I'm sorry, we won't be able to finish it because the minute I play it, we've done this before, it will block it in like 15 seconds, especially when it's back to back. So unfortunately, we don't get to experience the full performance together because YouTube. Unfortunate. Really unfortunate, because I did want to experience the full thing together. I think that what we can do is next week, we can do it on Twitch, because Susan's not on Twitch. So we can watch the full thing on Twitch next week. I'll figure out a time for that. Again, my schedule should be less volatile next week than it has been today. But, you know, what can I say? The YouTube police. If it's one thing that has been consistent throughout our entire YouTube career, is that YouTube will come in to our live streams and block at least once. At least once in almost every single live stream. I think we've had more live streams that have gotten blocked at some point than we have had live streams where nothing goes wrong. Yesterday we got lucky. Wait for you, like we were BTS. Yeah, I know, and I love the message of the astronaut from Jin, because like the fact that like he called Coldplay up and he was like, you know, I just want to make a song since I have to leave to tell them that like I love them and I'll be back. You know, I mean, like that is such a beautiful sentiment. I just, you know, it really does. Like, you gotta be careful because it will bring a tear to your eye when you like really think about it. And like, you know, that is like so sweet, because he doesn't have to do that, right? Like, he doesn't have to do that. But the fact that Jin wanted to do that, and knowing like Jin and knowing like his personality and everything, it is truly beautiful. It is just wonderful. Join Twitch is pretty fun over there. Yes, there's a link in the description, or maybe one of the mods will post it in the chat. But come join the Twitch and hang out with us over there. Twitch is really nice because we can do things like this and there's no one there to block it. They don't block things live on Twitch. So we can do that. And thank you, Mello. I really do appreciate that. I will pin that if you guys want to go and follow. And then, yeah, I stream a lot more on Twitch, but I've just been doing like the BTS stuff here on YouTube because I know there's a lot more people that obviously follow our YouTube than our Twitch. So when they want to see BTS stuff, I want as many eyes as possible to be able to come and experience this and hang out with us. Jin and all of BTS are so good to us ARMY that works so hard for us. Yeah, it's true, and it's incredible, and it's so like commendable, really. And as a content creator myself, it really inspires me to want to work harder for the fans that choose to come and watch like the live streams or the videos, right? Because like it really puts into perspective just how much each and every person that decides, even if it's like 8 people, right? Even if like you go live and you have like 8 people watching you, that's still 8 individual people who have their own lives and everything and have their own crazy schedules and stuff going on that decide to take time out of their day to come and hang out with you and just spend some time or watch you and watch whatever crazy thing you're doing on live, right? And to me, like when you think about it like that, not only is it very humbling, but it, like, I don't know, like it just fills me with so much joy because it's so much, what's the word I'm looking for? It means so much when you really think about it that like people are willing to do that. So unfortunately, that's all the time I have today because I really do have to go, which is unfortunate, but I'll be back tomorrow. It should still be 7 to 9 p.m. Well, I know tonight is a little bit earlier, but we'll aim for 7 to 9 p.m. tomorrow. My brother, once again, is leaving at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that to catch his flight. So I shouldn't have any like prior thing. I'm not saying that like, oh, because of my brother, like not like in a bad way, but I just shouldn't have any like prior engagements that I need to like be there for. You know, so I'm going to go spend some time with my family. I'm going to eat dinner because I'm super hungry. My mom made spaghetti and, you know, mom's spaghetti. Super fire. But yes, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate every single one of you for being here tonight. You guys are absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see you all tomorrow. And seriously, until then, it's been real. And fuck you, Susan. Goodbye.